This is Arun Sharma here, and we are starting off. We are continuing the quarantine batch, and which has been going on the whole month. And in this session, I'm going to come up with further questions for you, and further previous year question discussions. Just before I start off, just wanted to remind you about my presence on Unacademy Plus. I take courses on Unacademy Plus for various parts of the CAT portion. So if you take the CAT subscription, you'll get you'll get access to my courses also. Some of the current courses or the upcoming courses are the foundation course in DI, which is going to start from 28th April, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. The foundation course on LR has already started on 31st March, so if you access that course, you get access to the first 2-3 classes of that. And there's a foundation strategy course which is more focused on quantitative aptitude, where I'm doing QA from the problem solving perspective and the strategy perspective, how to study perspective. So that's starting on 14th April. This has a timing of 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. So some of you would want to start with or join Unacademy Plus. You will also get my upcoming courses on Unacademy Plus if you do join. The upcoming courses include advanced course on DI, advanced course on LR, the ZAT special course, course on specifically for ZAT, IFT, etc. And from time to time, I'll be bringing on more courses as the need might be. And if you want to join Unacademy Plus, you can use my promo code. That promo code is Arun.yt, and we'll give you a 10% discount on the existing fees if you use that promo code while registering. So I hope all of you are staying safe and staying secure in your home. It is very important to break the chain in the current context and not be part of the chain of COVID transmission, of the coronavirus transmission. So this is the first question for today, and I want you to think about it and try to solve this first on your own, and then I'll discuss the solution of this as we move on. So this question is talking about, there are two drums, each containing a mixture of paints A and B. In drum 1, A and B are in the ratio 18:7, and the mixture from drum 1 and 2 are mixed in the ratio 3:4, and the final mixture A and B are in the ratio 13:7. So in drum 2, A and B were in the ratio. So you need to understand this question. ये question कहाँ से आ रहा है? Which chapter, which concepts? So this looks like it does look like mixtures. And it does look like ratios, but it actually is a question based on allegation. And how that is basically that when you mix two, so this is a question basically based on allegation, and you should be able to spot that structure the moment you read this question. And the way to spot that is essentially, or how allegation fits here, is because of the fact that if you mix two different mixtures in whatever ratio, then the final mixture that you get, it's respective two different mixtures. If you mix two mixtures of two items or two liquids, in whatever ratio you mix them, these mixtures, the final ratio of the two liquids in the final mixtures is basically an allegation construct. So यहाँ पे when you read this question, what you have to understand in this question is that इस question में while you're given the mixture of paint A and paint B in drum 1, the mixture of paint A and B is not given for drum 2. You straight away go to the mixture of drum 1 and drum 2 in the ratio 3:4 and you get the final mixture. So normally what happens is you have a mixture 1 and you have a mixture 2. And you mix these two mixtures to form a final mixture. And there's a ratio of this mixing, something like the 3:4 given here. So the final mixture will have certain angles. And this final mixture's ratio of, let's say, two paints in this case, A1 B1 and A2 is to B2. The final mixture ratio will depend on the ratios of A1 B1 and A2 B2. So when you are trying to solve something like this, what happens is you can actually put this on an allegation format. And while putting this on the allegation format, it's better to put this 18:7 for drum 1 as 72%. So what you have to realize is that drum 1 has A as 72%. Drum 1 has 72% A. And drum 2 में कितना है, because 18:7 as a mixture converts to paint A being 72%, because 18:7 is 18 out of 25. So 18 out of 25 converts to 72%. Drum 2 on the other hand, we do not know Drum 2 on the other hand, we do not know the percentage because the structure is not given. So what they are telling us is that drum 1 and drum 2 are mixed in the ratio 3:4. So since I have written drum 1 here, why I have written drum 1 here, I'll just show you. Since you have mixed drum 1 and drum 2 in the ratio 3:4, and in the final mixture you're getting a 13:7 ratio of A and B. Now 13:7 means 13 out of 20. 13:7 means 13 out of 20, which means 65%. So what you have to perceive is that drum 2's percentage would be lower than the percentage of A would be lower than drum 1's percentage of A. And what is happening here is that if you put the allegation structure here on the straight line, if you put the allegation structure here on a straight line, and I put the 72% of drum 1 on the right side and the unknown percent of drum 2 on the left side, and I put 65% in between in the middle and put a ratio of 3:4 for drum 1 and drum 2 respectively, then using allegation I can work out that this 4 here is corresponding to the 7 here, and if 4 is corresponding to 7 on the number line, then this 3 here would correspond to 5.25. So if the 3 corresponds to 5.25 here, from 65 coming down you will get to 59.75 as the percentage of liquid A in drum 2, paint A in drum 2. And 59.75% also means that the ratio of paint A and paint B in drum 2 is 59.75 is to 40.25. And if you multiply both these sides by 4, you'll get a value of 239 is to 161. So this is the best way to solve this, and hence option 1 is the correct answer here. And this is the best and perhaps the only way to solve this quickly. Because अगर तुम और कोई भी रास्ते यूज करते हो तो this will become really difficult and really tedious. Because the other way to solve this question, if I just show you that, the other way to solve this question will be in case you use, let's say, drum 2 has the paint A to B in the ratio x is to y, and that's the ratio we've been asked to find. And drum 1 has A and B in the ratio 18 is to 7. And when you're mixing the two mixtures in the ratio 3 is to 4, if I mix this, if I take this 3 as 300 to make my calculations convenient, and this 4 as 400, then by mixing these two, the total A I will get will be 18 by 25 into 200 into 300 plus x upon x plus y into 400. This is the total paint A I'll get. This is the total amount of paint A I'll get. And the total amount of paint B I'll get will be 7 by 25 into 300 plus y upon x plus y into 400. So you can clearly see that this will become really tedious to completely take out. This will be the equation, and you have to simplify this equation into an x into y form, x is to y form, which, as you can visualize, will be very tedious to do. A lot of writing, etc. So the method I showed you of doing this on a straight line was actually much better than this approach. This approach will take you at least 3 to 4 minutes, even if you can get it right in that time. A straight line, as I showed you, on the straight line alligation method, as I showed you, all we do is, it's a 30-second question. All we do is we put 72% for drum 2 here. We put an unknown percent for drum 1 on this side. And we put 65% in the middle, and we weight it with the ratio 3 on this side and 4 on that side. You will immediately get 59.75 here, and 59.75% converts to 239 out of 400, and hence the correct answer is this. So this is a 30-second approach. इतने देर में उस दूसरे अप्रोच में इतने देर में तुम्हारा इक्वेशन भी नहीं बनेगा जितने देर में तुमको आंसर आ जा रहा है यहाँ पे. And I have this, since I decided to pick up questions from the CAT-18 paper, what I wanted to actually show you that this was, I mean, it's supposed to be one of the toughest maths papers ever, but if you look through the questions, you'll realize that if you knew what to do in every question, this was one of the easiest papers, and it was very easy to score a score of maybe 50 to 60 marks on this. ये question हम लोग कल last session में किए थे. Look at this question. This is the next one. And just a reminder for all of you, I'm available on Unacademy Plus, and these are my current courses, and these are my upcoming courses which will happen over the next few months. So if you want to register for Unacademy Plus, you can use my promo code Arun.yt. That's the promo code, and that promo code will also give you a 10% discount on the existing fees there. Right, so coming back, let's look at this question, the next question for you for today. So the question says that a triangle ABC has area 32 square units and its side BC of length 8 units lies on the line x is equal to 4. So isko pehle let's make sense of this. Now since the question is about the line x is equal to 4, we need to go to the xy axis, the xy plane, and try to make out what is happening here. So when I do this on the x and the y axis, the line x is equal to 4 will be a line at a point 4 with a line running parallel to this. This is the line x equals 4. Right? Where we have assumed the 4 to be here. This is the line x is equal to 4. Now on this question, we are told that a triangle ABC has area 32 square units and side BC of length 8 units lies on the side x equals 4. So what you realize is that BC lies somewhere on this line, and its length is 8 units. And since the area of the triangle ABC is 32, so if I take my base as 8, BC base is 8. If I take BC as the base, using the formula half base into height, and 8 being the base, half base into height is equal to 32 is the area. What I get is that the height of the triangle will be 8 units. And the question being asked is, so I need with the base on this x is equal to 4 line somewhere, I need to create a height of 8 on the triangle. Base 8, height 8 will give me area 32. So I need to create a height of 8 on the triangle such that I get the shortest possible distance between A and the point 0, 0. So if I place A on this side, the distance from 0, 0 will be high. So it's very obvious that I have to place A on this side. And it's commonsensical that if you place the line AB, the line BC, if you place that such that it is starting at plus 4 on the y-axis and ending at minus 4 on the y-axis, you will get a length of the base as 8. And in this scenario, if you take the triangle to be isosceles, so its height or the distance from that base, from the midpoint of the base, will also be 8. And for the height to be 8, this part should be 4 and that part should be 4. So where we end up reaching is the point minus 4. So the distance from 0, 0 gets minimized when this third point of the triangle, the vertex A of the triangle lies at minus 4, 0. That's when the distance between the origin 0, 0 and the third point A is minimized. And that distance is basically a distance of 4. And hence the correct answer is option 3. That's the correct option here. Right? So this is your second question for today. Let's do one more question. And this is the third question for today. Think about this. And the question is saying there are two sets AB, and let A triangle B denote the set of elements which belong to A or B but not both. So A triangle B denotes the set of elements that belong to A or B but not both. This is an important part of this question. They do not belong to both. So it should be either in A or B but not in both. And then we are given the sets P. The set P is 1, 2, 3, 4. The set Q is 2, 3, 5, 6. The set R is 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. And the set S is 2, 4, 9, 10. And they're asking us the number of elements in the set P triangle Q, triangle R, triangle S. So we are being asked to evaluate P triangle Q, triangle R, triangle S, where triangle is some function notation. So this is what we are being asked to evaluate here. So what you do first here is we'll use BODMAS. We'll first find P triangle Q. A triangle B is set of elements in A or B but not both. That's an important part. It should be in A or B but should not be in both. So when I do this between P and Q, the digits which will be there in P triangle Q will be 1. 2 is in both, so 2 would not be there. 3 is in both, so 3 will not be there inside my P triangle Q. Remember, the logic is it should be in A or B but not in both. So if it is not in A or B, then it is not taken. If it is not in both, if it's in both, it's also not taken. So we don't take 2, 3. 4 will come in P triangle Q and 5 and 6 will also come in P triangle Q. So P triangle Q is 1, 4, 5, 6. Now you have to apply the triangle on this along with R triangle S. So R triangle S, again, what is there in R or S but not both. So if you go through, 1 is there in R, not in S. 2 is there in S, not in R. 3 is there in R but not S. 4 is there in S but not R. 7 is there in R but not S. 8 is there in R but not S. 9 is there in both R and S. And 10 is there in S but not R. So you just have to be careful in this question to get the marks. The 3 marks you're playing for in the CAT exam. To get the marks, you just have to be careful. You just have to be careful to make sure that you don't make any stupid error in this. Otherwise, इसमें कुछ भी नहीं है इस question में. So P triangle Q. P triangle Q comes out as 146. Q triangle S comes out as 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let me just clean the board here. So Q triangle S become 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. And now when I have to apply a triangle on these two sets, I have to look for what is common in one of them but not in both. So if I scan numerically going up, 1 is there in both, so it is not taken in my final set. 2 is there in second part, not there in first part, so 2 will come in my final set. Remember, the logic is A triangle B denotes the set of elements which belong to A or B but not both. That's the logic. So 2 will come, 3 will come, and you have to be very careful with this. Koi stupid error mat kar do, because the only thing you can do here, which can make you go wrong, only thing wrong that you can do here in these questions is do some stupid error of miscounting. So just hold your horses. Just keep going alphabetically, numerically. Up 4 is taken care of. Now just think about 5. When you think about 5, just think about 5. Does 5 have to be taken or not? The answer is yes. Now think about 6. 6 has to be taken. Then think about a 7. 7 is there in the second bracket, not there in the first bracket. So 7 should come out. 8 should come out, because 8 is again there in the second bracket, not there in the first bracket. And 10 should come out, because 10 is there in the second bracket and not there in the first bracket. So all said and done, the question is asking you, what is the number of elements in P triangle Q triangle R triangle S? So the final number of elements, as you can see very clearly here, is 7 elements. So P triangle Q triangle R triangle S has 7 elements, and hence the correct answer is option 1 in this question. Right, so that's it from my side for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a small reminder, I'm also available on Unacademy Plus. Please do join Unacademy Plus with my promo code Arun.yt, and this promo code will give you access to a 10% discount on whatever discounted fees. This is over and above the discounted fees that you're getting on the website of Unacademy Plus. This 10% discount is over and above that. So please do join us, and the next time I'm seeing you is tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think the time slot that I have is slightly earlier, 1:45, and we'll keep seeing each other at 4 o'clock every day on this. Please mark that time, and look forward to having all of you in this thing. And just again a reminder: make sure that you are safe. Make sure that you are not doing any physical interaction with people outside what is absolutely required. Even if your immunity is good, the bad part of this disease is that if you contract it and you spread it around in your family, everybody gets affected. And it's a strange kind of situation in the world, as we all say. But I guess the only agenda of 2020 is to keep yourself safe and make sure that you do not do any stupid errors that you have to pay for in terms of being paying for it in a much bigger fashion than you would normally do. So because the risks are disproportionate to the small reward of going out, etc. So just make sure that you are staying safe, staying at home, not doing something, and learning a lot at this time, because sometimes if you look at the positive side of this, you are getting an invaluable opportunity to sit at home completely and accelerate your preparation. So make sure that you do that, and I look forward to seeing some of you on Unacademy Plus courses also. So for the time being, I'm taking a leave. Bye bye everyone. Thank you so much.